Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love once again. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I am so filled with joy and love and faith and excitement and inspirations to offer to you. So I don't want to overwhelm you. Please, just as you settle in, allow yourself to settle and become present with today and feel some of the joy and excitement of life that I want to bring forth and share with you. I've got some simple ideas that, here's the thing too about today. 2025 has already started, brothers and sisters, and I am purposefully intentionally creating an amazing year for myself because I've already received some support, some kindness, some generosity. And so it said, let me try and correct some things regarding the good news I shared yesterday. This not so much event, this opportunity that's been extended to me. It wasn't free. It was other strangers who have not directly met me, but people who found value in me and they extended their trust, invitation. They personally sponsored my way there, my attendance to this opportunity. So I'm grateful to Joseph, Cassie, all of you who were a part of that. And earlier today, I got confirmation in the hotel. I was able to make my travel and lodging arrangements. So it's going, brothers and sisters. 2025, all of you who've been part of this, we are, praise God. Praise God. Sincerely rest in God's love, truly today. Thankful Thursday. First Thessalonians, this Bible, man, it's filled with wisdom. And wisdom is to be considered, to be applied, and then tried on, right? And this right here, this very simple thing, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God that was spoke through Jesus the Christ concerning you. Give thanks in everything and for everything you have and you don't have. Give thanks. Give thanks for you. Take these words seriously for yourself so you apply them and discover a joy-filled life for yourself. What's true is simple, and what's simple is true. Constant gratitude reveals your day spent with love. So praise God. That's where I was going to start. God bless you, Jack. There's so many ways I intend to improve. One of the thoughts I wanted to offer to you, sincerely, whoever you are tuning in and finding your way to this, thank you. I use this word God a lot, right? Take whatever idea you've got of God and let it go. Let go of the ideas of God. Any limitations you think of our God, any distance between you and God, let it go. Those are just thoughts. Our God, man. I was wondering this earlier. How do you see the God you cannot see? How do you know the God you cannot see? It's eternally there with your heart, with your breath, Every single breath is a gift from our God, so that God, through you, could experience this life here on earth for itself. I've been given a lot of thought to God today, and I've got some inspiring things to share in the description of the video already. Should be a link to this other video. Kyle Cease. Kyle Cease is another gifted communicator, and today's topic: discover perfection. It actually was thoughts I received through him. Perfection is. God is perfection. So align yourself with perfection. It's present, it's now. Life has been severely overcomplicated. Healing trauma is not a lifelong thing. It's a choice. There's techniques, there's ways to heal within yourself and in this world. But I've been giving more thought to this too, about the idea of the Heavenly Father, the Divine Mother of Earth and all that sustains us, right? Nature, the sun, including the sun and everything, the mother of form that we experience here on earth. Our Divine Mother, I think she's crying out for us, right? Mankind has really done a atrocious job here on earth, in my opinion, but I'm not one to judge. I'm just here to help improve, right? And this world we live in, it's so filled with judgment and memories, and you got to keep track of everything, and you're all on your own. No one knows what is true. Jesus did. Jesus does. And so do you. You know what is true for you. You know what is not right for you. All of us do. We've all experienced this life. If we're honest, we could have done better. Hell, there was so many times I could have and should have done better. There was no logical reason I did not. And I pray not to continue those things. But what I've learned through my mistakes and my lessons in this life is sincerely rest in God. Be patient with you. Be patient with others. Be patient with the unfolding of life. Because if we lose our impatience, then we're all anxious. We got to fight everybody, and we really drive ourselves nuts. It's insane. I've experienced the insanity. You've witnessed the insane. You're on this Jack Talcott live stream for a while. Praise God. Love your neighbor as yourself. Here's something, people, what I've come to realize. The ego will not love itself. As a matter of fact, most people don't know how to truly love themselves because they convince themselves to make excuses. They convince themselves to carry unforgiveness. You would never encourage someone you love to, no, stay bitter, stay angry, stay resentful, stay afraid. You would never encourage someone to do that, but we do that crap to ourselves. One of my notes, the ego mind, the fleshly form, it'll get in the way real often. And the ego will forget love. It'll overlook the good things because it's focused on the bad. It'll overlook the abundance and the peace and the joy that's in the present because it'll be worrying about what it worries about. Your worries are in your head. Your answers are found in your heart. And in your heart of hearts, the heart within you is the Christ calling out, listen to me. Listen to me. I want to help you. I want to help you live the life you want to love. That's what's calling out from within you. I don't mean, I'm sure it's much more beautiful than that. But so the Father, Mother, God, and Divine, any thoughts you had on God, let them go. Accept that you don't understand yet. Um, but what if the purpose between the Father of the heavens, the Mother of form, what if the purpose of our life was for each of us, me, you, everyone that is? What if we're really here just to create the life we love living? What if you are here to create the life you love living? There's a shortcut. Love who and where you are today, right now. That's the key. Love is the key. Love is the answer. It's eternally present in the present. The present is the gift from God for you to discover. What is hidden in this present moment? What am I missing here? What am I not noticing? Love. Love is often overlooked. The egos forget love, right? And so back to the idea, the Heavenly Father is the realm of infinite, right? Knowledge, answers. It's just the heavenly realm that's not limited here by the scope of space and time and change, because it's only in the space of time and form that change happens. Change and time, those go together. That's all it is. We are bodies and vessels of change. And within you, within me, science shows there is a highly intelligent nature to the cellular structure that creates, sperm into human beings. I mean, it's like, holy cows. You and I, we are all the same. We're a part of God's creation of today. I'm truly excited for what 2025 is going to bring. I did have some obscure philosophical thoughts I was considering too, because our brother who's been here often, the Machine Lies, he speaks a lot about how technology is actually natural. It's a development of nature through us. We are the technology nature developed. We develop technology. And so then the thought I considered earlier today, which what if all of this was created for the souls to explore this adventure of life? People get to the other side and they're actually just fine, but they're like, whoa, that was rough. That one, whoa, that was a painful one. What if all the earth and the physical form was created for the souls to explore an adventure with the illusion of separation from God, forgetting that we are divine? What if that's the whole point of this? Well, so then I got to thinking, for souls to keep being able to do that, I wondered, look at our technology today, how we've sabotaged and limited each other, because we got to get profits. You got to continually cycle and, convince people to buy the newest distraction. But the light bulbs were made to fail. Planned obsolescence. It's in our society. So I wondered, was there at some point, because in the biblical story, people lived like a long, long time, but somehow maybe we were, praise God, there's so many possible stories and answers in that idea. But if we were created even if we were designed with planned obsolescence, right? We've got these self-destruct mechanisms built within our design. It's the judgment of God. It's within us. When we're not honest, when we're not trustworthy, we'll feel the fear inside. When we're faced with beliefs or bad news, we'll feel those things inside. That's the power of God. God is glorious. It's to be found in all things, in all ways. So be grateful. I almost forgot. I'm going to share a few minutes of this video. The link is in the description. And I'm not sure. I may open it up after that. I may. I think I will. I think I may open it up after this. So here, let's listen. This is Kyle Cease. As I said, I learned of him through his book called An Illusion of Money. And if you look him up, he's got a free documentary of the same title there. And it's wisdom. I loved it. The guy, I think he's a great teacher. So I found this recently. And here.
I want to talk to you about what's going on in this time from my perspective. And I think that would include what's coming in 2025. And by what's coming, I don't only mean UFOs and this political thing or anything like that. When I want to talk about what's coming in 2025, I want to talk about what's going to happen inside for each of us, what's going on as a collective. And before we go into a talk about what's coming in 2025, I want you to hold on to the mantra that everything's perfect. This is a very important mantra because in this time, we're going to all see new realities. And fear is going to come up for every person because life is suddenly different than we knew it to be. In the past, we had timelines, in the 50s, I think a person, no matter what age they were, if you're 50 years old or whatever, you kind of have a vision. I get what life's going to be the rest of my life. I work at this job, it'll be this job again, and that's fine. And that might have happened also in the 80s or the 90s. We're in a time where we now are just openly going, I have no idea what's going to happen. This is an overall feeling. And so this is a shift in consciousness where the consciousness is, I understand the future. I understand time. I understand my goal. I understand that I have that much money in the bank. I understand that I have that relationship. And so there's not necessarily an investigation into the self at that time. But now, since you don't have that guarantee, there's a lot of fear and a lot of freaking out. And that fear that comes up needs the words to be said by a you in this now. Everything's perfect. Because this fear is going to come up and it's like,
oops, here. It needs to be said by you. Everything true that you want to be true needs to be said by you. Even the things you don't want to be true. If you know it to be true, it's best to confess it to yourself. So allow yourself to feel, despite all the predictions, despite all the memories, despite temporary discomfort in your life, give yourself permission. Tell yourself until you believe it. Everything is perfect. I have everything that I need. Because when you feel that within your nervous system, when you feel that, everything's okay. Everything's perfect. I just didn't understand. And it's okay that I didn't understand. And it's okay that I still don't understand. And it's okay that I don't know. I can be at peace with that. And as long as I feel within myself the perfection of this moment, okay, I need nothing. God has already served me everything I need. And I will accept no less than what God God serves to me. So that's my commitment to God. I will receive no less than what God allows me to receive. And I intend to be grateful for every experience from now on. That's my challenge to me. I invite you to share that. It starts with finding perfection in the present as you are. Because if I need nothing, then my heart starts to open up. My mind shuts up and my heart starts to open up with, okay, you're right, Jack. You've actually got everything you need. So now what do you want? And if you follow what your heart wants, God is leading you on your path. I trust in that because that's what I've been doing for a long time.
You in this now, everything's perfect. Because this fear is going to come up. And it's like, what if it is everything's perfect? Because all that's happening is you're losing your time, but you're not losing, right? You're just here. And you won't be able to function from time. So the only way you can function is now and being in the I don't know. And the I don't know won't only be this mantra that helps. That will eventually be your freedom. In other words, eventually knowing would be too heavy. Knowing what's going on will be too heavy. You want to be picked up by God and not know everything. You want to be held by God. And one of the things we do a lot is we scroll through our phones and we want to know the future, like the timeline future. But I want to dare you to receive the freedom of I don't know, and that's okay. That we've just normalized that you have to know everything going on in every country and every world. What's going to happen? What are the UFOs? You know, when they show up, enjoy them. But at the same time, this part of us that we've made normal to be so aware of everything everyone else is doing, politics, what the media says, what someone says about you, everyone's opinion. This is a giant baggage that we've normalized that we carry, and it's just too heavy now. And if you want to move forward into the future, life is going to make you release those things.
Yep.
Because they're too heavy.
Yep.
And it's going to be so hard to let God pick you up when you're holding all those things. And so in 2025, it's going to be very hard to be so consumed with gossip, other things, even though tons will happen. You can't be involved more and more because you need to go inward a lot because God is talking to you. God is talking to you 24/7. But
I paused that a moment too soon. God is talking to you. God is talking to you 24/7. Are you listening? Or are you listening to your mind? I was considering this earlier, the idea. This mind was given by God. I didn't do as good as I could have with the mind that I used in the past. I've been purifying my mind and my heart for many years now. And the silence and the stillness that's present in every moment without worries and fights and, oh, what are they doing? And thoughts of arguments and that. The kingdom of heaven is to be known by you as soon as you allow it. The kingdom is without worry. It is filled with peace. It's filled with joy, presence. The presence of being is a gift of life that God has given to us all. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, God is speaking to you all the time, through silently and through messages received by other people. Consider me to be a message from God for you to consider along your path in life. I invite you to consider being grateful, thankful for every breath you can remember, and practice, honestly, practice bringing God, not the God of religion, not the God of limitation, not the God of punishment, not the God to be afraid of. Bring the God you want to know into your mind, because whoever created this perfection of galaxy and stars and it's just the planets, the stars, it's undeniable. There's a perfection to the order of everything. There's a purpose for everything. So we may not know the purpose, but we can choose the purpose for our time and how we share ourselves in the time that we're living. I want to share time honestly. I'd love to share time with those with an open mind. I know it's happening. Brothers and sisters, we are the future who God, whatever it is, sent us into the world. And I believe this theory is correct. The God of love, a father who cares about its children, a mother who cares about its children, it wants its children to live their best lives. It wants their children to be honest and caring, righteous and honorable. Of course, we all want our children to be the best in life. Where'd we start lowering our standards for ourselves, right? See, when I started thinking I was alone in this life, I felt betrayed in the household and I felt, oh, it's just me. Nobody cares about me. And why did God send me here? Nobody cares about me. I got all in my head for a long time. And what I realized is that led me through the life I lived. My life has been perfectly. If you look at the patterns of your life and your experiences, you can see the perfection behind why you are here today as you and why you are where you are. The next question, though, is what do I do now from here with my time? We've got our first guest. Welcome, Stephen. How are you, brother?
Hello, hello. I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Talcott?
You're going to start with insults?
No, you called me a clown yesterday when you kicked me off. I'm not starting with insults. I'm just giving you some friendly ribbing. It's all good, Jack. Put a smile on your face.
Well, it's not anger or anything. It's truly
No,
confusion.
you shouldn't
No,
be angry. You have no reason to be.
I realize, please don't assume what I was
Hmm,
doing when you interrupted me was I was explaining myself. What you saw was my true I'm perplexed
really? Hmm.
by you. Welcome,
Hi,
Margaret.
Margot. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh, Margot, how are you,
Good to
my
see you.
I'm fantastic. I was busy yesterday. I was outside on a little hike. So I missed the big news, Jack. What's going on?
Oh, it's an amazing opportunity that through God and the choices of God's children, someone reached out. They saw me and they saw me kind of wasting my time with people who didn't appreciate me or what I was saying. So they offered me, and rather than complain about what I was doing with no answer, they said, "Hey, Jack, here's the good news. I've been invited to attend an event January 24th through the 26th in LA by a team of professionals who have been studying, and it's not an event. This is an opportunity for me to learn from their methods of proven transformation. I mean, this is the stuff I love learning about. And so it started out with one of their associates or whatever. As I understand, I don't know all the details, but as I understand, one of them reached out, said, Jack, do what you say you're going to do and walk away from the shit show. His words. I love it. He called me out and he says, hey, come with me. And then he and others he knows, they chose out of their personal choices, not meeting me, to fund me or for my attendance so that I could attend and receive what they know is valuable for myself without an expense to me. So I was sponsored to this opportunity.
Wow.
And
So they're charging other people. Other people are paying to go.
correct. And yes. And I was paid to go by contributions of based on the words of, as I understand, Joseph and Cassie. And that's, I don't know all the details, but it looks like the great news is I will be in LA in a few weeks for a wonderful opportunity that God has brought forth. Now, this morning I did finally learn the hotel and the stuff. So right before starting the stream, I made my arrangements. So I've got everything is paid for and covered. Stephen, you toss me $1,000 and it would go a long way for someone like me, but
It will not go a long way in LA. I'm glad that you have your hotel reservations because they're pricey.
Well, Jack, you did call me a clown and selfish, and you kicked me off the show yesterday. Then you played a video by London. Is that any way to ask for money?
Wow.
You should be very respectful and quite different from the way that you were yesterday.
so let me understand this correctly. Okay? I understand what you're pointing at.
Do you have memory issues?
No, Stephen, I understand what you said. Please hear me. Okay. You felt you just described your
I didn't
criticism.
feel. I described what happened.
I know. And
Stop lying. Just be honest for once on your show.
And you found insult from
Be
that.
honest. I didn't find anything.
Stephen,
I observed what happened.
Stephen,
I didn't go looking for gold and find something.
Stephen,
admit to what you did.
You won't shut up, so why should I?
Be a man for once.
Stephen.
Don't put it on me, Jack. You're a little pipsqueak.
Stephen.
No more Stephen. Just answer the fucking question.
Hey, you know what?
Stephen sounds hurt.
Yes, Stephen is hurt. Margot, please be patient. I'm going to see where this may go. Brother Enslaved, how are you today?
Greetings, Mr. Talcott. I just wanted to check with you. Remember, a month or so back, I asked you if your PayPal was still that same company, whatever it was?
No, actually, it's funny. Thank you. I think it was because of your comments. I changed my account from company to personal, and I lost the Live Without Fear hashtag. I lost the Live Without Fear handle. I do still have PayPal. It's just not under the old handle that I loved having. See, that was a lesson learned from me.
All right, here's the bottom line. I just want to get down to it. I want to get up out of here. Send me an email later. Give me the new PayPal or whatever the Cash App, whatever the information is. I'll send you back because I remember you sent me at least a couple $100, about 150 or so, a while back. So I figure, you need it at this point to do whatever you're doing, and rather than try to cajole that Creighton to give you anything, which makes you both kind of look a certain way. I'd rather give back what you gave me so you can use it to further whatever your career is.
That's all you want to give me is what I gave you?
Yeah, I think we can start there. Is that not good enough?
Well, here, if that's where you're going to run, not to You please double check, but I'm pretty confident because you were so against me for my $300 a month. I'm pretty sure I sent you at least in 1 month what the VA sent to me. So
All right,
then
so I'll check
maybe
on
a
that.
couple
I'll
hundred.
check it, whatever it
Double
is. If
check.
I'm wrong on the amount, I'll go back. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was more than that. I'll go back and
Yeah.
check what our record shows, and I will return to you or give back. I'm not saying return it like, with bitterness or resentment. I'm saying I will be equitable and return to you what you gifted to me, in the sense of saying, hey, if this is something you think is going to further your life and career, have at it.
Thank you, Paul. I respect and I appreciate that offer. And
All right, I'm
now,
going to get the hell out of here.
well, yeah, okay. Because
What?
similar to even bragging about me, you've loved showing me your bank account, buddy.
Right, Mr. Talcott, I work hard at what I do, multiple areas in my life. I'm constantly working with people and putting in the time, energy, and attention. I'm also sacrificing and living in tents and trailers. So what I have or what I have available to me has nothing to do with what we're talking about you getting at this time. So again, try to be thankful and grateful. Try to see this as an offer of good faith, and try to have faith that God will bring together the rest of whatever you're meant to have, if it's meant to be. I think it's a good start. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you later.
Blessings. I appreciate it. Hey, I'm not going to email you though. The Cash App, it's in the description.
Okay,
So,
that works.
much love. Thank you. Appreciate it. Praise God. See, blessings happen through the choices of God's children. When God's children see an opportunity to serve and they fulfill that, well, everything comes together a lot better.
That was very kind of him.
It was
You're apprehensive. You're thinking something.
Oh, thank you, Margot. Please. Selfishness. Unforgiveness. When we choose to carry unforgiveness, as I said, I'm pretty confident I can explain this conclusion. Inside us, there are self-destruct mechanisms. Unforgiveness brings self-sabotage. We'll hold ourselves back. We'll show ourselves to be bitter and angry and boastful. That was another idea. Boastful people tend to be very manipulating because they're manipulating themselves into thinking they're so much better than someone else. Watch out for those signs. But
you were throwing me around like a rag doll. Jeez.
Hey, Jack, I want to hear the news because I missed it. What are you doing? Everyone's saying you're going to LA?
Yep.
Oh, well, can I get a minute on that, Snafu?
Yeah, but can you guys update me real quick? What's going on,
you'll
Jack?
get updated if you get me. You'll get updated through this transfer of
Go
talking.
ahead.
So, Jack, first off, okay, Zebra, stand down. Jack, recognize the value of my previous threat to you. I think I sent you the clip of Paul saying, yeah, you sent me $300 and I'm still going to kick you in the teeth, blah, blah, blah. So I think it was like $200 or $300. But if you put that on a month-to-month basis, you're a loon, even more than I gave you credit for. Now, how are you estimating your travel like $700? We may be able to meet in person and facilitate our southern travel. Are you saying that's like your gas and everything?
No, I'm flying.
Okay, can you tell me why you're going to LA? Can I hear at least why?
From Washington to LA is $700, or is that round trip?
It's round trip plus hotel stay.
All right, I'm just asking, Jack. Don't be defensive.
Flight, bro. You can get it cheaper. You can they're doing deals.
Yeah, Expedia.com.
Here, actually,
hotels.com. I got from Denver to Oregon for $160.
Congratulations, please. I was thinking.
It's not a contest.
Why are you going to LA? Like, what's going on? Will you please?
I will answer that in just a moment. This idea of travel, this was part of what reminded me the other day of how complicated this world has become. We have all these technologies. I've got a house full of technologies. I don't know how it works. It's friggin' magic to me. I'm just trying to figure out how to use it, right? And I know I've got a lot of there's so many things that could improve with the way I could use what I've already got, but the reason I started thinking about that is I knew people in the past. There's always tricks. There's tricks to everything, including finding travel deals and, stuff like that. And I met people in my past who actually that was their program, was helping people find travel deals. I've lost track with a lot of people here. Sorry, bear with. Yes, brother.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt again. I got the PayPal history up here. It's showing Live Without Fear. Wasn't there another name you used to use? I seem to remember you using something other than that, Live Without Fear. Some kind of
currently there's a Jack Talcott 814 or something like that. I'm trying to figure that's enough. I don't understand how this stuff works.
All right, we'll go back into it and look up our history because I got 35 here under when I put in Jack, it comes up Live Without Fear. And then it shows 10 and then 25. But I seem to remember it being more than that. So if you can go back over your history, I know you're not going to make up or Photoshop some kind of fucking, at least I want to believe that. You're not going to get someone to Photoshop or make up receipts. And then just, let me see them, and then we'll do it that way because I'm only finding 25 and 10 here. One says help trigger Mitch, and then anonymous fees for something else here. You had a blast and wanted to support. So, and there's nothing on Cash App. So if there's some other name on PayPal, I think you had a company name or some kind of, I forget what it was, something Industries or something.
Okay, maybe it was under Jet LLC.
That's the fucking. Yeah,
JET,
that's gonna produce something.
Okay.
I'm not finding anything under that either. All right, just go back on your side. You got your logins and whatever else. Go back, put in my name. You'll find a history, and then send me an email or a message or whatever. Just let me know what it is.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. I probably won't do that though, Paul. I appreciate the idea. I should have told him while he was here. Probably won't do that. I appreciate the idea, but hey, I got King Steven, Mr. Moneybags here in the back. As soon as he gets over his ego, he can pay my way and more.
Ouch.
So he says.
I thought both Paul
I never
and
answered
Steve
you.
and
Hold on.
they got
Sorry for the interruption, Snafu. I just remembered I never answered your question.
No, that's why I'm like, what's the lore? What the fuck's going on? I could go review it. I jumped in. I've heard people today actually contact me personally, and they were worried.
What if somebody did a special where they did maybe like a hashtag Hey Jack and went and yes. When you apologize for interrupting, did you call me Steven? Hello.
You're breaking up, brother. Kind of roboting.
Hello, Margot. Hello, Snafu.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Give me a second.
Margot.
Yes.
All right, Jack. I can't hear him, but what's going on?
Well, Tommy's figuring his stuff out. I said yesterday it may have been his last day, but praise God. God has a plan that I don't control. What it is a transformational it's an opportunity for me to learn more about the things that I learn, that I love learning about, which is practice.
Is it a religious event?
No.
Okay,
No.
so I have people come to me privately, and they're like, "Do you think Jack's getting trolled?" And I'm like, "Well, I know people would do some dumb shit. What is going on, Jack? I literally have tuned in. I could get the crew to go look at this, review it. I just am too busy right now. People even asked me on a podcast. I even said, fuck him, blah, blah, on my same stick. I'm just like, what is going on? Because be careful who you trust, what you do.
Snafu.
I want to know what's going on.
Snafu.
Go ahead.
It might be confusing and maybe even challenging for you to accept, but people saw value in me.
Okay, you don't have to like put this. I'm asking you, what value, what event, what are you doing, dude? What's going on?
I don't really care to tell you. Go do your journalist nonsense and figure it out. I'm not actually revealing details yet because that was something I forgot to caution. Is if I would love to invite those interested in Margot. Thank you. I would love to invite those interested and who have some extra finances to spend. I would love to invite you guys. If check your calendars in LA from the 24th through the 26th. If you're interested in joining me as a participant with a wonderful opportunity, I'm going to figure out how and what is appropriate for me to share, particularly with the snafu snaps in my life, right? So I want to invite those who can invest in yourself and your education. And it sounds like this is a wonderful opportunity for people who do understand transformation, right? That's what I'm really excited about.
Can you hear me?
Yes, much better. Thank you, Tommy.
All right, so Jack, and I'm going to turn my camera off to assist with that. This isn't to slander you. You're talking to the king of hobby scammer busters. And whenever I got into that stuff, one of the first red flags is, why is this ridiculously hot bitch approaching me aggressively on a dating app? And so these guys, and if you want to let me check them out low key, not publicly, these guys are saying, hey, all you got to do is pay your way down here. We'll let you in our event for free. That's Pyramid Scheme 101. And it's also a red flag that a hot bitch is approaching you, Jack.
Tom, it's actually not accurate. And it's interesting that it's not. So, yeah.
Well, the things I'm saying are true. I don't know what your particular thing is.
Not for me in this case.
Right. She's totally into you.
Well, you're mistaken, since I've had a couple of conversations.
I have no opinion. I'm telling you, this is why I am offering to check them out and not tell the community who they are.
You know, I may consider that, Tom.
I don't think that's a
well.
bad idea,
If you want me
Jack,
to do it, I would like
for you to check him out, or for Illumit Tommy.
Yeah, and Margot, if you're serious about having me stop through on this tour.
Actually, here's something. Despite the story of my past, I'm fully capable of investigating and making choices on my own without fears, without these scenarios of assuming the worst out of everyone and everything.
Okay, Jack.
I think people are just saying they care. I
know
Jack.
it is. It is.
They don't. I don't want you to get screwed.
I know, Margot, but people haven't seen the value in me.
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Jack. Don't ever say I'm not humility or humble. Back when you could barely send pictures over email, I was a swag lord. I sent a Russian bitch like $1,500. So don't act like I'm not doing this with your interest. And $1,500 wasn't shit if you're a swag lord. But don't act like I don't have your interest in mind.
And I didn't mean to.
No, Tom, please. I know that you do. But please don't worry.
In ways.
Please
I don't worry.
Well,
I never do. Not even for myself.
Well,
what you should worry about is you spent 2+ years asking us to delegate getting you back together with people, and then all at once I turn on your yesterday stream. You're saying I write people off left and right and kick these people to the curb.
Tom, I had to accept the fact that my son and the people I love are out of my life. I had to.
I agree.
To
but
walk
now
away.
what you're
I'm not saying anything, Tom. Please stop arguing. You're missing the point of what's going on here again. And that's partly because of me. I didn't communicate my intentions as clearly. Snafu, Tommy, the panel here on this channel, we can connect on others often, whatever, but on this one, I think I really, especially after this event, I'm going to be limiting the conversations because my time is better spent. There's no reason for me to argue with fools.
That's what I'm trying to say when you mod god me. All at once, just like when Polyboy got Charleston White's phone number. Now all your YouTube friends and family were just leeches and trolls. So good luck on all that, Jack. Good luck on that.
Bro,
I'm sure you've got.
If you signed up for like a financial one of those scam things, or like a life
I'd love
coach
to get
guide.
invited to one of those.
Like, what are you getting into, Talcott? Or is it a trolling?
Margot, are you witnessing this lack of awareness, lack of presence?
Well, you definitely have some curious people out there. And well, I am going to defend them. You know, you've been waiting for a door to open for a long time, and now one is opening and you're super excited. And now they're overly curious, but they're overly people, right?
Well, the thing is they've not accepted what I've said. And so their confusion, anything I say, they're just snafu. Stephen, Tommy, you three are showing similar patterns of disassociation, of chaotic minds. Those chaotic minds are a sign of a wounded heart. Every one of you has opportunities to grow in your inner peace. I would love an opportunity to help you all. Okay, if you can see.
I didn't say a word.
Me
I
neither.
know.
Mod
Doesn't
god.
matter. It doesn't change what I said.
And you see what you look for.
As do you. When you're ready to communicate with me as a
Can I
friend
have a
and
real
an adult,
conversation with you, Jack? A real
not
conversation?
not when you interrupt me. Tommy, when you are prepared to have a conversation with me as a friend with care and respect, you will find care and respect return to you. And I can help you heal, Tommy. You're carrying unforgiveness.
May I make a comment?
Please.
I was able to be on King Stevens for a little bit last night, and he brought up an observation. No one interrupts on his channel. You have a lot of. I'm not trying to dig at you, Jack. I'm just saying you have a lot of interrupters.
I know. People have been very
I'm
generous.
on Steven's channel.
People have been very generous towards me with their disrespect. It's a pattern I've been really, really trying to overcome. Welcome, Snow. How are you, my friend?
Hi, Jack. I just wanted to confirm that this trip is real and there's nothing crazy going on with it. So yeah, Jack is headed to LA.
I'm excited.
And I just wanted to confirm that. Yeah, it is exciting.
Hello, Snowfire.
Hi,
This is
Margot. King Steven.
Who's this
Good
old
to see you
lady?
guys.
You've got a
Your worst nightmare.
Who is this?
No, it's Sherelle.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who this was, Jack. I didn't recognize the name.
I'm younger than you.
You're in Victoria's Secret. I love Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, it's an annual sale right now, so I am shopping real quick before I head back to work. So I just wanted to confirm that it is real. They don't have to worry about your trip.
No worries.
Our
Thank you,
Jack and
Snow.
Dave are going to take good care of him.
Yeah, why not? It's only like a flight away, 2 hours away. Could do that. All right, I'll talk to you later, Jack.
All righty. Thank
Bye.
you, Snow. All right. Peace. Thank you for the confirmation. When she joined, I think the discussion was the distinction between this panel and Stephen's panel. You have a lot of enablers, Stephen.
Enablers, huh? You don't even watch my show.
I've watched enough to know that it's not for me.
Oh, really?
Pretty simple, dude.
Well, you owe me an apology, dude, before you ask for anything from me. You owe me an apology.
Stephen, I owe you nothing and I ask for nothing.
I owe you nothing.
Right. You have, like many others, Stephen, you have been a part of my journey here. Not a pleasant one. I've got Ham Banana now joining in the back because he sees a clown show. Stephen, you've offered me very little to be grateful for. Occasionally, you do what is right. No denying that. So you can pretend telling yourself you're a good man. But Stephen, I'm giving up on you. When you learn to communicate with me with some respect and humility, we'll have different conversations. You don't control me, Stephen. I don't give a shit about your money. I need nothing from you. I ask nothing from you except for you to put up or shut up. And you haven't shut up, and you haven't offered me anything that's really very helpful, Stephen. So when you learn to change your tune, we'll get along fine.
May I correct you? You did ask him for money, but...
Oh, sure. I asked him to follow through with his words. I wouldn't have brought it up, but he's the one, just like Paulie Boy. That punk ass, he showed his selfishness again, too. Don't be deceived by his fake gestures. Jack, go through these hoops and you tell me what you gave me so I can give you back, not a penny more, but I trust you. No, you liar. I don't need anything from Paul. I don't need anything from Stephen. I'm taking care of this between me and God. Stephen, if you don't want to be a positive part of my life, before I kick you, I'll give you a chance.
You're a wimp,
I just
Jack.
want to say, Jack, that was
Have a
really
conversation.
Good. Sorry, I yield.
Oh,
I
sorry,
was just going to say that I'm very impressed with your ability your intuition on the whole Paul thing. I thought he was being kind and sincere.
He's trying to. He's trying to do what would be right. In the very least, that would be the right thing to do, is to give back to the guy who has no income or job or support. So that would be the right thing. But I don't need his money either. Tell you what, though, he did return. Oh, he left. He left.
I was going to say, put me in the back if he returns, because he likes to yell at me.
Well, he returned because he heard me say, I don't need his money. He thinks he knows what I need. He thinks I need him. He thinks everyone needs him. Paul, you need more love in your life, as do you, Snafu, Stephen, Tommy, and Hand Banana's been back here for a while. Margot, before I bring anyone else up, do you want to discuss anything or anything coming up for you?
Well, I'm very excited about this opportunity for you. There's a lightness in your step, to quote someone that I don't remember who. So that's great. I hope it meets your expectations, if you have any. But like the video said at the beginning of the show, you need to remain in the I don't know and just take it as they come. So I'm excited for you. Now let's bring back the clowns.
All right, let's see where it goes. Banana?
Hey, how's it going today? I was doing this Bible study stuff today. I was watching some videos. I actually read a little bit of the Bible. Can we mute Margot? That's very distracting. Thank you. So I was doing a little bit of Bible study stuff, right? And okay, all right, Jack, quiz time. What day did Jesus die? Come on, 2 seconds. Come on. Friday. All right. At what time of the day was he crucified, Jack?
Banana.
Yeah.
What do you think you are doing here right now?
I was talking to you about the Bible and the stuff I studied in the Bible, and I was kind of testing you on the things I learned today about the Bible.
Why?
Because
Why?
I learned about it. I thought this was a
But
whole.
what is in Banana? I'm trying to understand your behavior as it's related to me. Why are you here trying to test me on
about
something
the Bible?
you just learned?
I was just curious. I thought you knew the answers already.
So what?
I thought
What
you'd
is
be
the
happy
relevance?
that.
What is the relevance? What are you trying to accomplish?
That
you don't, Banana.
Somebody learned.
Tell you what, Banana, I've tried communicating with you as well. You seem like a very kind, intelligent, creative person, but you have no sense of purpose in your life. You're convinced that you know enough and you're comfortable and you don't want to change. So you've been ignoring and disrespecting me for a long time, just like Stephen. Welcome, London. How are you, brother?
How you doing, Mr. JT? Much love, much love. How you doing, Margot?
I'm well, thank you.
Good stuff, good stuff. I've been sitting and watching, your interaction with Paul. It was a good gesture, but at the same time, I hear what you're saying about, he could just be trying to, play a little game with you.
Yeah, do you think that's for me or for him?
Probably for his benefit, really.
Right. It's all for show. Paul's not living in reality. Steven's not living in reality. Snafu's not in reality. Tommy's not in reality. These people they are mentally traumatizing themselves.
Jack, may I suggest a reset to your happy place again? Don't give a shit. I mean, why are you wasting your time talking about people that are irritating you?
Well, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but for a long time, these people have chosen to be a part of my life. They're clearly wanting my attention. But what they don't realize is their arrogance and their opinions have been an absolute waste of my time. I can help them solve their problems. They could help me solve my problems. But these fools are idiots. They're out of their mind. And who I'm describing is the three in the back right now, Hand Banana, King Stephen, and Snafu Snaps.
I mean, if Ham Banana did learn something, it would have been better if he came sharing instead of trying to quiz you. Right? It's about sharing. If you learned something new, why not come and share instead of trying to quiz you?
For whatever reason, people have been unwilling to find value in me. That's why I'm so excited to finally meet Joseph and Cassie, the people in LA and the others who, from a distance, they're willing to support me. And I've found that already, to be honest. There's been many contributors along my path that have kept me going. And I don't mean, please, I'm not overlooking all those who have been. I'm very grateful for everyone who's helped me keep the lights on, help me keep the internet going. Paul has over and over and over, especially when I throw him to the back, he'll pull up what appears to be a bank account, which is significantly larger than mine. So I could assume $1,000 at that point is nothing too. To invest in someone he's been using for years for content. He gave $2 the other day. What a character, man. This life I'm living is nuts, guys. You're a part of it. We each get to play our part in the lives of each other.
I agree. Hey, the title, Discover Perfection. What made you name that one, Jack?
It was actually inspired by this video I played earlier. And actually, now that there's more people here, maybe I'll drop this link again. I really do encourage people, check this guy out, Kyle Cease. I find him to be a very gifted and a real gifted communicator. He speaks about love, about transform, about the illusions of money and the illusions of problems and the illusions of pains. These are the things I'm adding on to what he is. But
may I throw in my 2 cents about what I learned? Well, what it
please.
made me think of was, in behavior, there's the antecedent, what's going on, there's the behavior, and then there's the consequence. Well, between the antecedent and the behavior is the unknown, is your time to really process and think about what behavior you're going to exhibit. So when he was talking about that, and we talk about that in AA as well. Something happens, we're in a situation, and it is our time to decide how we're going to act. What is going on in our brains during that time is quite important, and that's what resonated with me.
It's yes, there's Margot, thank you. There's so many sciences, right? What's a science? It's just an explanation of discovery. It's an explanation of something.
It's a hypothesis
yeah.
And then research.
There you go. But it's also like in the various fields of science, we've got science divided in all these different ways: biology, psychology, astronomy, geology, whatever, all these different forms where we narrow down our field to really understand things. And the human mind is incredible. We are living, here's where I wanted to go with that. We are living at such an amazing, incredible time. The opportunity for us to live today as compared to times before, I saw a recent video from Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's another man I truly would love to meet one day, but he was describing some of the advancements in the understandings of science related to like our organs and glands and stuff within us. He's a biologist that truly understands how we're created. And it was his words that reminded me that at the cellular structure in the physical form, there's an intelligence that moves us. It sustains us. There's the wisdom and creational force of life that God offers forth. It's lived with us, through us, and it's revealed to us moment by moment. Finding that perfection can be found. What is perfection? It's without flaw. Where do the flaws come from? Our judgment.
Jack, do you think the human before? Well, I mean, how can I put it to you? Do you think humanity was once at a stage where it was perfect?
No.
Do you ever think there was a time, Jack, or not?
In the eyes of who? Yes, I trust that God has created a perfect experience for us. God has created a perfect environment for us to live. A perfect world has been offered to us. All the problems of the world that we face come from man. Each of us. We become a problem in our own lives through our thoughts.
So humans are not perfect.
Well,
Not yet.
I mean, the reason why I said that, I mean, because look, when we're born into this world, we're born without sin, right? We're born perfect to a degree, right? I mean, even myself, I said to myself, I'm gonna quit smoking now. I'm on day 2 without, smokes, and I'm trying to get the body back to, somewhat of perfection, like before it got corrupted, right? Before it got corrupted with all the negativity in the world, right? So I'm trying to get back to the oneness, as a child would say, when they say stuff like you should be like a child again, I think that was more perfection, if you understand where I'm going with it.
A child is innocent, and innocence is perfect in the eyes of God. That's all that I think. It would seem to make sense that that's what God wants for us, is to become innocent, to become pure. Stop carrying around toxic thoughts, toxic ideas, snafu snaps, flashing in the back, trying to get my attention.
Stay in the positive. You're good.
What do I do? What do I do with wounded people who don't want to see their wounds and they don't want to heal?
Well, there's billions of people on the
I'm
earth.
still waiting on that conversation. Yeah, I said, can we have a conversation? You said, hold on. I'd like to have this conversation.
Maybe I misunderstood. Please forgive me. What were you thinking, brother?
Okay, so I'm not like being unnegative or negative. Yes, I'm curious about the California thing. If you're
Why?
doing something, I'm the one who said, get up, do something. You know that. I've even called the United Nations. I'm the only motherfucker in this web that called the United Nations on behalf of Jack Talcott. You can't say that's some fucking balls to the wall doing what you want to do. I have concerns when people who aren't even involved, who are your fans, come to me and said, hey, we heard Jack's going to LA and they don't know nothing either. And they're like, do you think he could be being trolled? And then
Hey,
with Snow come.
Hey, Snafu. Hello. Let's come into the present.
Okay, did you sign up for self-help California?
Hello.
Like the
This isn't a conversation. This is not a conversation, Snafu. You're just going on and on and on again.
You did.
I've had enough. I've had enough. To answer your question, Snafu, you've imagined yourself and created yourself a real unhealthy part of my life. You have actively, publicly sought to sabotage me, Snafu. And what you don't realize is you are irrelevant to my success. I don't need you. I don't want you anymore. And since you don't seem to care about to discuss, I'll give you one last chance, Snafu. The topic we're discussing is Snafu's behavior with Jack.
Okay. Okay, so we can't. Okay, so this is a regulated conversation about a topic you chose. What behavior?
Or leave.
What behavior?
Your patterns of behavior with me have been absolutely unacceptable.
What has been unacceptable about my behavior with you, and what pattern?
Your accusations,
which are backed and founded.
No, Snafu here. Let me change my energy.
We're in conversation. We are in conversation.
Right. Snafu, shut up and receive, please. Okay?
I get what I get.
I'm changing my energy to try a different way. Because you've had a lot of people telling you you're wrong. You've had a lot of people telling you.
I think you signed up for a self-help guru class.
When you learn to listen, you can return, Snafu. How do I have a conversation with you when you don't shut up?
Why do you get triggered when I asked you if you signed up for one of those conventions that California is known for? The self-help guru classes, financial.
That's the last time. Snafu, you've proven your irrelevance in my life. I love you. Don't return.
I respond to that.
Did you say I love you? Don't return.
Jack, here's the deal. Here's the
Oh,
deal.
Jack.
You're going. It's an opportunity. You don't know exactly what kind of opportunity is, but you're going and you'll get something from it. So if it turns out to be that or a multi-market level thing, whatever, you're going, you're going to have a great time. End of story.
Exactly.
And
Thank you, Margaret.
and if you set it up like that, you know, that you don't know exactly, and maybe it is, I'm not saying it is, but if you set it up that way, open-ended, then your doubters after the fact won't be like, see, we told you, we told you. So I would just say, you know what, I'm going and I'm going to have a good time. End of story. That's my advice.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I appreciate
Okay.
that.
All right.
Hey, sorry to change off of that. Tommy was on his best behavior. I have witnessed Tommy is trying, but he's not in the back, so I'm not bringing him up.
Speaking of the
Steven
back,
is in the back, but I'm not sure that tell you what,
You
I'll
know what,
give
Jack,
Steven.
I'm gonna bow out. I think I shared everything, unless you have anything to say to me.
Thank you.
Are we good?
Thank
Okay.
you.
Enjoy your day. Have a nice day, London.
Bless
thank you,
you.
Marco.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's some stuff in the back about your PayPal stuff, Stephen. I think he may be willing to throw you a few shekels.
I don't know. I think I'd probably have a better chance of talking with him with you not here, to be
Yeah,
honest. So I offered it to Snafu. It would be inappropriate to not offer you a chance. Can we discuss what you think and what you've been offering to me?
Yeah,
Steve?
sure. Did you get my donation?
I'm not sure.
Super chat?
Oh, yeah. I think it was something. $2, right?
And I said, do you want the other 998?
Mm-hmm. You expect me to beg and you want to insult me again?
Well, you did that yesterday and you kicked me off your show.
Do you live in the past or can we be present and adults today?
Yeah, let's be present. You bring up my reputation, the past all the time. Jack, you're a hypocrite. Somebody has to tell you that on your show.
And now what?
Well, I bought a new laptop. I spent thousands on that. It was
I
delivered
don't
today.
care.
You
I don't care. Goodbye, Stephen. God bless you. Hey, London, I think I'm actually going to wrap it up unless tell you what, I'll be respectful. You got anything to offer on the way out?
Keep your head up, Jack. I love you loads, man. Keep your head up. Much love.
Much love to you, brother. Thank you. Sincerely, to all who tuned in, to all who did join, we will find ways to grow this, to improve this. Things are happening. My life is continuing with or without the approval of others. Allow your life to do the same. Give yourself permission, please. Give yourself permission to let go of the worries. Give yourself permission to be okay with everything you used to know. The insanity within us, it is the result of unforgiveness. Hello, think that through. You want to carry unforgiveness, you're punishing someone today for what? Brothers and sisters, don't punish you, love you. Honor you with the truth. Honor yourself by experiencing you doing good things, being generous, being creative, being supportive, being greater than you've ever been before. Brothers and sisters, love being you to discover the life that is perfect for you. And the life that is perfect for you is the one that's been given to you. So love the life you're living and then go to your heart and find out, what now? What more? Where do I go next? Brothers and sisters, let's see what happens in the future. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Thank you again, and God bless us all. Peace.